G'day guys, Morezy here, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial on my witch farm design. And I've just spawned in a customized world here with swampland is the only biome. We've also got no caves and nothing else underground, and I'm just going to go and find a witch hut and then we can start up this tutorial. Okay guys, there we go, we've got a witch hut ready. Alright, so the first thing you need to know is that recently there's been some changes to witch huts, and they've basically added another spawning floor to the witch hut. Previously it was only 2 available spaces, now you can make 3. Now this is, I believe, from version 1.8.1 and onwards, so make sure that if you're in an older world you'll have to investigate how to change that. Now I believe all you need to do is delete your temples.dat file, although do be careful and make sure to make a backup of your world beforehand just in case it causes any dramas for you. And once you do that, your witch hut settings should be reset and you should be able to get the 3 platforms to spawn on. So the first thing we need to do is get some slabs, and I'm just going to use some quartz here, and the area that we want will be starting on top of the witch hut here. We'll go all the way out on top of the veranda here and all the way out this way. Now notice I'm actually using the top half of the slab so mobs can spawn on top here. And basically what we've got is a 7x9 platform area. So we just want to fill all that in. And then what we want to do is come down by 2 blocks, so 1 there, 2 there, so that would be the next platform right there. Again 7x9, and finally we'll do one last platform right there, and that would make your 3rd platform. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill these in. Okay, so I've just left the witch hut partially intact here so you can see exactly where the levels are. Basically you've got one above the roof, one about halfway through, and one at the bottom here. And the floor of the witch hut was actually right here. So those are the valid spawning areas. Next I'm just going to knock this witch hut out and continue on. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do now that I've got these platforms sorted out is I'm going to start putting in some pistons, but before I do that I'm just going to add one more row of slabs to the 7 wide side of each platform, and this is just going to tell us exactly where to put the pistons so that we don't miss our spawning pads by 1 block. So once you've done that, all we want to do here is just put pistons, regular pistons all the way across, and do that on the top as well. So, whoa, all the way like that. And then on the other side we just want to put pistons 1 block away, right there, like that, and continue up for these 2 levels as well. Okay, so next thing we want to do is put slabs above these pistons here, just this level here, all the way across, and then we're going to put redstone on top of those, and we'll do that to all the pistons on both sides. Alright, so now we've done that, we need to put some more slabs in. Now the reason why I've put this row of slabs as a different colour is because this row of slabs is technically outside of the witch hut, which means other mobs could potentially spawn here. Now if you want to keep your witches completely pure and have no other mobs through them, what you need to do is make this a bit more difficult to spawn in, and we do that by just adding a row of slabs like this, and we'll do the same on this side. And it also doubles to keep the witches from falling down there when they're not supposed to. We only want them to fall through the area that they spawn on just to keep things nice and tidy. Now also on the side we have to do a similar sort of thing, but for the floor levels what we do is we'll go up 1 slab higher and do a row all the way across, like that, and then down 1 slab lower to that point, and we'll do a row all the way across. And what that will do is it will also prevent the witches from walking out here, because if we do that to all levels, like this one as well, let's do that now. Just like that. The witches can't actually walk through this hole because they're being stopped. They can't walk this way because they're being stopped, and it just contains them nicely. So let's do that to all the other levels and then we'll come back. Okay, so I've put all the boundaries around these platforms, and now actually nothing can get in or out of those that's too high. And then don't forget to put the roof on. So the roof, I'm just putting up slabs, and just so nothing can spawn on it, they're actually the bottom half of the slab. And just remember that your roof will have to extend a fair few blocks out from the witch farm until the light level inside your witch farm is 7 or below. You can test that by pressing F3 and looking at your light level, the third from the bottom, and at the moment it's 14, and if we want that to work we need it to be about 7 or below. Okay, with that done, next it's time to make the holding cells for the snow golems. So the first thing to do is on the 9 wide side, get right in the middle there and make a small little hole for the snow golems to go in, and using a piece of glass or something that mobs won't spawn on, just drop a little platform down right there for them to stand on. And on one particular side you're going to have 2 of these, and on the other side you're going to have the third one. So this side we've got one on the top here, so the next one will be down on the bottom here, and we'll make sure we have room down there, and a piece of glass there. And the glass is just to prevent any other mobs spawning right on top of the snow golem, which could break the machine. So once you've done that, the next thing to do is actually go over to the edge here, and opposite where you're holding your snow golems, just increase this a little bit in size. Put a full block there, a slab there, and a full block there. And then grab some comparators and put a comparator here facing into that block, set it to subtract mode, then put redstone here like this. Next thing is grab a tripwire hook, put the tripwire hook there, and do the same on the other side, so there and there, full block here, slab there, full block here, comparator, set to subtract, we'll put redstone right here and here, and then a tripwire hook on the end. Then all we have to do is get some string and join these 2 hooks up. You should see that the string goes directly above the hole where you're going to be keeping the snow golems, and when we activate it, the floor shifts. Okay, just one more thing to do here as well. While this witch farm is running, there'll be mobs trying to spawn everywhere every time a witch dies. To make sure that they don't spawn anywhere near this thing, we need to make sure that any flat surfaces are covered by a half slab. So this here is a potential spawning spot for a different kind of mob, as well as this, this, and this. And of course this side here as well. So to stop that, all we need to do is just fill in that space like that. Now no mobs can spawn there. Okay, with the mechanisms all pretty much done, the next thing to do is add our snow golems and our villagers. So we can do that by just breaking the string here, putting in the snow golem, and then finding a way, of course I'm using a spawn egg, but get a villager into that hole as well, and then put the string back, and do the same for the other cells. So we'll put a snow golem in here, and then we'll see if we can get a villager in here as well. There we go, that's that one done. And the final one is around this side, so we can see that the cell is on the middle floor here. And again, we'll put the snow golem in, and close it up, and then we'll put the villager in as well. There we go, and that's just about ready to run. Next thing you want to do is make sure you have a hole dug out beneath the floor, and witches will actually take a little bit more damage to kill than regular mobs when falling from a height. I believe it's about 30 blocks and you'll get a kill. So go ahead and dig out a 30 block pit directly beneath the farm, perfectly in line with these pistons, and then you should be able to see all the witches will start to drop in. Okay, with the villagers and the snowmen in, you can see that the witch farm is working just fine. So as the snowmen see the witch, they throw a snowball which hits the villager and activates the tripwire, and they all fall through. Now of course, to get this witch farm operating effectively and efficiently, you'll actually need to make sure that you have lit up all the caves in a 128 block radius, and that there's not too much area on the surface here for mobs to spawn. In my case, I'm using some handy command blocks just to kill every other mob to demonstrate that this witch farm actually does work. So that's all for this tutorial, guys. There is an optional way to turn this off, and all you would actually need to do is light up the spawning spaces. Let me just show you quickly how you can do that. One way you can do it. And let's disable the witch spawning as well. So one way to do it is the level that you don't have the snowman, you can actually add dispensers here and here. 2 dispensers, and with the dispensers you can put lava buckets inside. So one here and one there, and put lava buckets inside. On this side you would go up to the next level, and you'd put one there and one there, dispensers. And all you need to do is trigger those dispensers on and off, and when they dispense the lava will actually come out. Let's just demonstrate this. It will come out here, it will spread, and if you check our light level, right over here in the very furthest away corner, it is light level of 9, which means no mobs are going to spawn here. So that's effectively disabled spawning, and then you just trigger it again to get rid of the lava, and then your spawning starts all over again. That is one way to do it. There are probably plenty of other ways you can do it, but that's one easy way, just with lava. Alright, well hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and make sure to rate, comment and subscribe. Thanks guys, see you next time.